Oh, Osio. Didn't hear you come in. Greetings and welcome to Ask That Guy with the Glasses. If a vampire goes into space where there is no sunrise or sunset, will it live or die? That's a very good question. The answer is, they live. Actually, the moon has become a very popular vacation spot for vampires. Because there's no time you need to get up or go to sleep. In fact, the majority of astronauts are vampires. I bet you didn't know that. That's why we keep making all those pointless missions into space. It's for the vampires. And they reward us by giving us countless vampire spin-off stories that we can make fun of. God bless Twilight. For the longest time, I actually started to take vampires seriously, until that movie came along. In fact, that's why the next movie is called New Moon. Because they travel to it. Unfortunately, they run out of oxygen and all die. At least that's my version of what happens to those untalented pricks. But will Hollywood ever listen? They will if you threaten their children. Which I have. And now I have a movie deal.
Why do fools fall in love?
Because intelligent people are too smart not to. You fucking fool. Yes.
What do women on the Flintstones use as tampons?
Porcupines. They're extremely painful but very absorbent. Those scenes are often left on the cutting room floor in certain episodes. They take the porcupine out of the cooch, hold it up to the camera as he says, well, it's a living. Except where it would often follow with the audience laughing, it would follow with the audience vomiting. Have you ever heard an entire audience vomiting? It doesn't sound very good on TV.
What would happen if a lightsaber, which can cut through anything, collides with adamantium, which can also cut through anything?
Cunnilingus. For some reason, every time a lightsaber collides with adamantium, two women somewhere perform cunnilingus. You might be wondering, why would two women participate in such a strange practice under those circumstances? Well, seeing how their ancestors used to shove porcupines up their cooches, I'd say that messed up the species for a while. Don't do drugs.
Someone told me to get a life, but I already own the game of life. What else could this person mean?
Well, isn't it obvious? Life cereal. You remember those commercials with the two kids eating cereal, and the one kid is like, give it to Mikey, he hates everything. And then Mikey tries it and he's like, hey Mikey, he likes it, he likes it. And then Captain Crunch comes in and sodomizes them all. Or perhaps that's just the way I remember it. Good God, I really need to talk to someone.
Why is coffee called a cup of joe?
Because that's what Cobra Command drinks every time they're thirsty. You see, whenever they capture a Joe, they torture him extensively. Then they melt down his body to a nice thin liquid, and they would offer it to anyone they could find. Hence, they would always use the phrase, would you like a cup of Joe? That's why when G.I. Joe ever shouts, Yo Joe, Cobra Command always responds with, Yo Joe! With cream and sugar.
I saw mommy snorting a white powder. What is it, and why was she doing it?
I'll tell you what it is. It's mine!
And if she wants more of it, she better deliver the money by midnight tonight.
Or else she's gonna have to make up another excuse about how she fell down the stairs and landed on another hot poker. Be a good lad and relay that to her, will you? There's a good kid.
Is there a monster under my bed?
No, but there is one in your closet. Fortunately, most monsters who hide in the closet are not particularly scary. They're usually very feminine in nature and wear a lot of designer clothes, and often like to make out with other monsters with the same genitalia. Now the female monsters in your closet, watch the fuck out. From what I understand, they like to eat your carpet. That's just inconsiderate. What if you just had it put in?
If you're supposed to make lemonade when life gives you lemons, what do you make when life gives you a dead hooker in your trunk?
You make a phone call to me. I know a guy who's very good, I can give you his number. In fact, if you use him 4 times in a row, you get the 5th one free. But don't go beyond 27, he really gets irritated after that.
Got milk?
No, just crabs. This is that guy with the glasses saying, there's no such thing as a stupid question until you ask it. And then Captain Crunch comes in and sodomizes them all. Okay, what the hell is wrong with me?